I finally got my hands on the YoloBox Extreme. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? If you're new here, my name is Craig Kilgore, and I like to talk about camera and tech-related gear. Today we have the YoloBox Extreme, and before we get started, I want to say that YoloBox did send this to me, but I'm not obligated to say anything positive. I just want to give you guys my experience and share that information with you. Now, I do have the OG YoloBox, and I loved it, so I am a little bit biased towards YoloBox. They make some great stuff, but I'll do my best to just share my honest opinion. The YoloBox Extreme is a very powerful unit, and it's very detailed. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of things that you can do with this. And so what I decided to do was make 3 videos, and starting this video, I want to talk about how to get your YoloBox Extreme set up. If you have the YoloBox Extreme or plan on getting it, this little mini series might be helpful for you. So keep your eye out for the next couple videos in this series. For now, let's get started. Before we get into the live streaming and the monitor mode sections of the YoloBox Extreme, let's click in the upper right hand corner and you'll see that here are all your settings. What you want to do here is go ahead and create a YoloLive account, get that set up, register, create a username and password, and then next you'll see add platform. And on this screen is where you can add all of your Facebook, your YouTube, Twitch, and whatever else you'd like using RTMP or one of the other protocols to set up your live streaming. Using RTMP, which is probably the most common, it allows you to, again, connect to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, but also add things like Amazon and maybe even TikTok. I haven't tried it, but you have so many options when it comes to live streaming, and this would be where you would want to set up everything. Under connections, this is where your internet connections are going to be. You want to go ahead and set that up. Right now, I am on Wi-Fi, but you have the options of, Ethernet, cellular data, hotspot tethering, even Bluetooth. And so whatever works best for you, but it's probably, I would recommend either Ethernet or Wi-Fi. Those are going to be your higher speeds. And look at here at the bottom, you even have an option to do a network speed test. So we'll run that real quick. I expect around 800 because I have a pretty fast Wi-Fi. 850, that's pretty good. So that's this section in a nutshell. Of course, you can go through and choose your date and time and your keyboard settings and stuff like that. That's not essential. I mean, it's important, but it's not essential to get up and running. So, go ahead and, of course, set your date or your language and your date and time. But, everything else you can play with when you have time to. So that's what you need to do to get started. Under live streaming, we'll hit that in a minute. Let's go ahead and go into monitor mode. In monitor mode, you can kind of get a feel for everything, get everything set up and tested. Play around with your settings and just see how things are going to look. So as you can see right now, I have 2 cameras set up. I have this main camera that I'm speaking to you with and recording this YouTube video on. I also connected it to the YoloBox Extreme so that we can see how that looks. And right away you can see I have another camera, which is my top camera view. Looks like it's out of focus. There, I manually focus that. Just kind of like doing that. Autofocus can be good, but just depends on what you have going on. Anyway, I have the top camera set up. So right away we have 2 different views, and you can switch between the views just by tapping on it. It's quick and easy, and that's one thing I like about this. Give me a sec. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on a couple more cameras so that they show up here. Right back. So as you can see, I turned on a 3rd camera. That is my Osbot Tail Air 2. I actually love that camera because, one, it's small and portable, but also it works well with the YoloBox Extreme. So if we tap on that, you can see it automatically added that camera. It's plugged in here via an HDMI, this 3rd HDMI port that I'm using. And another thing I love about the YoloBox Extreme is that it supports PTZ cameras, and the Osbot Tail Air 2 is a PTZ camera. So you can see here, if I click on this, go ahead and connect to the camera, I can pan, tilt, and zoom around the studio here. That's the zoom button. Zoom in, zoom back out. So it supports this natively if you have a PTZ camera that you have set up. It's real simple to set up. All I needed was the IP address of the camera, put that in, and it works well. Works really easy, really just real quick to set up. And that's one of the the great things I love about this so far. This machine is beefy. Like the fact that it can handle so many types of input and all simultaneously is pretty impressive. So, all right, so let's move on to adding more cameras. So I have 3 cameras connected, but click the plus sign here at the bottom. You can see all the inputs that are possible. So HDMI 1 through 8, USB 1 and 2, and USB-C. So if we hook up cameras to those, it supports, like a webcam or something like that. You have live stream and video. So if I click on video, this allows me to pull video from the SD card that I have inserted here. So we'll add that, click on that. We'll add that as a video source. And now we're able to switch between whatever video you may have set up and the various cameras that you have. So depending on what your live stream is and what you prefer, having this as an option is pretty impressive, and it's pretty nice to have. Just anytime you can, choose things that, fit for you and your setup, and everyone's unique. So having all these options is just incredible for me. So let's switch back. This is the main camera. So again, if you want to add another video source, you click the plus. I'll click on video again because I also have the USB drive. Oh man, didn't put a video on that. Let's go back. Let's go add a video. All right, so I'm back. I added a video to the USB drive. So if we click on the plus and again on video, you can switch to USB drive and boom, you can add that. Click on that and add that as another video source. So now we have 2 videos we can choose from depending on, again, what your needs are. Switch over to video 1, HDMI. So right now we have 5 sources of video, and this thing isn't even getting warm. It's like I said before, it's a pretty powerful machine. Now, I have some wireless cameras. So what I want to select here is NDI. If you haven't used NDI before, NDI is kind of a protocol that was developed for wireless cameras over, over Wi-Fi and things like that. To do NDI, to use NDI, you're going to need a camera that supports it, and most likely you'll need a license to go with that camera. The camera manufacturer will show you how to activate a license for that. For my cameras, they cost $100 each. I don't know if that's the standard NDI license, but that's what I paid for using the OzBot. So I click on NDI here, and you can see I have a couple sources available to me. Here's the OzBot Tail Air 2. Select that, click done, and boom, there is the NDI camera back there, over there on top of my microwave. So it's kind of far away and it's not plugged into this directly. Like I said, it's just Wi-Fi. So honestly, I could have this sitting upstairs or in another room and use that to live stream as a live stream video source option. So again, it's PTZ. So I just need to connect it, put the IP address in, and you can play around with the settings. Zoom in a little bit on my handsome face there. Like the autofocus isn't picking up so well on this camera. Could be a setting on the camera, but that shows you what this box is able to handle. Just for kicks, I'll add another NDI source. So again, I hit the plus at the bottom, click on NDI. It will kind of do a scan out there and see what it finds. And I have 2 other sources here. One is actually my computer, my Windows computer over there. I have NDI software running on it. I don't remember activating a license for it, so I don't think that's going to work. I think it's something you have to pay for, again, and on the NDI website and set up. But I don't need to stream my computer right now, so we'll select number 2, which is the VM46. That's the near stream VM46. I'll select that, hit done, and boom, it has added that as a video source. In the program window here, if you notice in the bottom right hand corner, there are 2 arrows. If you hit that, you can kind of expand the window and see a much bigger screen that you can select from. Makes it a little bit nicer if you're trying to see what's going on. So yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras and 2 video files that are being displayed here. If I had a couple more cameras, I would try to add what I could, but that's it. Actually, I could probably hook up my iPhone or even something like a GoPro for an additional angle of viewing. Let me take that off because I think that audio in the video was playing through. All right, so that's the basics of getting up and running. Over here, out in overlays, I won't go any further. You have overlays and then audio options and then a bunch of other stuff, but I want to show you guys how to get up and running. So I'll stop here at the overlays and we'll back out to the main menu. So if you remember, at the main menu, we have the live streaming option. So I'm going to go ahead and click enter on the live stream. And here is where you create your live stream. So we'll hit the plus button at the bottom and we'll call it testing stuff. And you can create this live stream and set some changes on whatever platform that you're live streaming on. But here, I'm just going to put testing stuff, no other description. I don't need to, to schedule it or add a thumbnail. I'm just going to hit create, and there's our current live stream created. So if you tap on that, you go into the live stream and you can see something similar to the program or to the monitoring setup we were using, but now we're in the live stream mode. So again, it's something similar. You want to go ahead and add your cameras. So let's go ahead and add the NDI cameras. And I've got to add this each time I create a live stream because these cameras aren't plugged in. So the system's not going to automatically detect them until you tell it to go out and find these cameras. We'll add the other NDI camera. It'll be the tail air. And there we have it. We have 5 cameras. And just for kicks, with the plus, go to video, add these videos that I have, video 1, and I'll hit the plus again, hit video, and this time switch over to USB drive. YoloCast, I think that's a beta service, so I don't think that's quite ready. It's something you can play around with. I haven't actually tested that yet, but we'll just move over to USB drive. We'll select that video, and we'll hit done. So now we have all of our video sources set up, and now it's time to decide what type of video settings you need or live streaming settings you need. Most platforms don't support 4K. This device does, but I think most platforms kind of cap you out at 1080p and 60 frames a second. So if you hit the 1080p icon there, move that down so you guys can get a top down of it. You can see here you have your resolution settings, anywhere from 1080p or 720p up to 4K. I chose 1080p. And here are the settings for recording. I forgot to mention you can record. If I hit this record button, I can go ahead and start recording this live stream, everything that I'm doing here, to the SD card internally on the YoloBox Extreme. So we don't need to change any of these settings. So we'll just pop out of there and go back to the screen with the live stream platforms. So here, as you can see, I already have YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch set up. I also have Amazon that I haven't connected to in a while, and then RTMP connections for YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, because sometimes, YouTube, Facebook, they update their APIs, they update their system, and it might not just work right away. You might have lost your connection, so you may need to create a new connection, connect again based on whatever changes they made. So I have the RTMP settings just in case, because those tend to work regardless of what YouTube or Facebook does as far as updates go. So if I click, let's see, Twitch is connected. And if I hit the go live button, we should go live on Twitch. So let's go ahead and hit go live. We'll hit start and we should be live on Twitch as we speak. And just for kicks, I'm going to put up my Twitch account here to see if I can see myself live. Go to my account and you can see right there that we are live. So we're definitely live. I don't know why anyone will pop in. I don't have a following on Twitch, but you never know. People discover live streams while they're, browsing and things like that. Just real quick to show you the overlay section. I have tons of overlays that you can create. You hit the plus button. There are tons of lower thirds, titles, social overlays, things like that you can add to the live stream. I'm not going to go through those. I want to go through all of the rest of the settings in another video, but just to show you, if I hit that right there, I have the lower thirds that's been created, so it'll show up on whatever video that I have selected, and I have this countdown that I also created, so I could put that at the beginning of the live stream and have it kind of count down till we go live, but I don't need that on right now. Just to give you guys a quick overview. So that's all it takes to get started streaming, and look forward to my next videos talking about the YoloLive Extreme more in depth. So that's how you get your YoloBox Extreme set up. Like I said before, I'm gonna make a couple more videos on this subject. I just didn't want to dig too deeply into this first video. It's already a good 15 minutes or so. So I didn't want to have a video that was a half hour long or more. If you're still here and you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Leave a little comment if you guys have questions. I haven't made the second and third video yet, so if you guys have some questions that you'd like me to answer, I'll do my best to answer them in the follow-up videos. Well, that's it for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.